The Painful Excellence Podcast.
Absolutely. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is a Painful Excellence Podcast. Let's get it. Like the video, share the video. Y'all know the whole deal. We are our own algorithm. If you look at your page, there's something that says share. You press share. Something that says create post in the middle. You create post, and all you got to say is we outside, and that's it. You just shared the video, and I appreciate you. So let's see who we got in the building, because this conversation is it's going to enlighten some people that are not well-rounded as to how things got to where they are. So I keep it simple here. You know, there's a lot of people upset. There's a lot of others that are upset at Black people in the midst of this Donald Trump situation. It's not a situation he's a president. I didn't vote for him. Majority of the Latinos voted for him, and now they're crying. They're crying foul. Yeah, I can cry foul. It's all right. I didn't vote for him, like I said. Y'all voted for him, and now let me get this straight. Y'all voted for him, and now he's kicking the illegals out, and somehow that bothers you? What do you voted? What do you care? You did your part as an American citizen. Why are you worried about what we do with illegals? I don't know. But you know what? It's the illegals, not the illegals in a whole. It's the illegals that speak your language. Because when I see these Latinos mad, oh, he's only kicking out Nicaraguans or Mexicans. No. Because I don't see you making videos about the Haitians he's kicking out. About the Ukrainians he's getting his hands on and kicking out. Yeah, they've got kicked out too. They have. Everyone's getting kicked out. I was not supposed to be here. Somehow y'all found a reason to be mad at Black people. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to review some things. I keep looking at this video of this dude talking about, oh, watch, it's not only Mexicans, it's Nicaraguans, it's from Peru and Cuba and all of this stuff. Get your popcorn ready. We're going to be all right. Okay, good. You know why? When Black people went through their heartache, when we went there, our heartache, we turned to nobody. We did it ourselves. So I'm gonna read you some things. And y'all ain't gotta challenge me on it. Do your own research. Let's do this roll call. Let's when we get to the smoke. Michael Fleming, Derek Gaines, the legend, my brother, Nicholas Levy, Isha, salute, Queen. Eric Jordan, always supporting in the building, salute. Universal Truth, Black Martial Arts Society, Hulk Mode, what's good? J Man, Chill Time Majors, DP Rocker, Snoopy Mac, my brother, what's good? A Hardy, salute. Houston in the building, salute. Hen Dog, Rodney, Houston 2 times, salute. Mind of Monster, Moofsa, what's going on, man? Yeah, exactly, A Hardy, you know what it is, Queen. They did this, we didn't do this, so I'm just gonna reiterate it, because every time I see a video, I'm gonna talk about it, you know what I mean? We didn't do this. They did this. So, Jake Gibbs, salute. 8A Sports Talk. So let's get to the smoke. Y'all know who this is? Y'all know who this is? Read that. If y'all never seen it, it's okay. Because I'm explaining to you what this is. Okay, y'all know who that is? Felix Tijerina. Of the LULAC, 1956 to 1960. Okay? Jose, what up, Jose? Yeah, Jose says, I know who he is, but I don't want to know him. Word up. I heard the name before when I was a kid. Gardenia 8, salute. And I never paid attention to it. Stormy in the building, salute. I never paid attention to it. Because I was a kid. When you get a little older and you start to get knowledge of self, you start to research certain things, you find out certain things. Especially, I have elders that were in the civil rights movement, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and stuff that are that age, right? And it's amazing what you hear. And then when you hear it, you come on back and you're like, wow, man, that really happened? And salute to my brother Eric Jordan early in that Cash App. Salute, he says, for us, FBA is minding our own business. Hashtag ain't saving you. Salute to you. And that's word is bond. When I tell y'all, this is not our fight. Yes. Pokemon says, hey, Drew, have you heard this South African cat named Trevor Noah? Yeah, I have. From The Daily Show, wants America to bring back segregation. Well, the light-skinned brother's from South Africa. Bless his heart. And he's well informed. He's not stupid. But he's not American. Now, you could be here a certain amount of time or whatever, but you have to be here and World Constrictor salute. You have to be here and be immersed into the culture to understand why we do certain things, why we behave in a certain manner. And I'm not talking about street dudes. All right, Grail, salute. That's a direct quote from him. Let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I don't want to ally with him. That's what he said. And that's not the first time I heard this. I heard that because you understand when we had back in the day. This is why. Listen, family. Do you understand why family is so important? We had get-togethers. We had whether it's 4th of July or Memorial Day, the cookout, all the family would come through. And I used to get a blast when I got older to understand what the elders were talking about. They would talk about things like that. Our family's from the South. Acondo, my brother, salute. They dealt with real racism. They dealt with it. And it's unfortunate. The things that we couldn't fathom today was happening to them. And, they still got sundown towns in America. They do. We got to understand when this cat was running around, y'all heard me say, while we was fighting for civil rights, the Mexican Americans was fighting for the right to be called white. Why do you think I laughed so hard when Michael Garcia got his ass beat by Errol Spence? And they showed his medical papers. Remember how that leaked online? I don't know why or how or what. I don't know what was going on. Y'all remember that? What was the funniest thing on that paper when it said ethnicity? Did it not say white? And I thought someone was trolling. I said, come on, why they do that to him? Mikey Garcia is the furthest things from a white guy. Shogun, salute. He's like damn near... I think me and Mikey Garcia are the same complexion. Why is he putting white on his medical forms? And when that was on, I believe, Instagram, people was like, yo, what the F is this? There were other Mexicans saying, no, we're white. I'm like, no, you're not. Well, don't take my word for it. Donald Trump is letting you know. Y'all, and what these new cats don't know is y'all not ancestors, your grandpa or your aunts and your uncles or your dad, probably, if they're that old, they've been there, done that already. Big Joe Townsend, salute. You've been there and done that already. While we was fighting for civil rights, these cats were fighting to become white. Read that. Let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I don't want to ally with him. Okay, great, dude. Great. We stayed by ourselves. All right? Okay. This is a review. Brown, black, and white in Texas. Let the Negro fight his own battles, declared Felix Tijerina, a Mexican-American civil rights activist in Texas. the national president of the League of United Latin American Citizens. In 1957, Tijerina was responding to the suggestion by some LULAC colleagues that Mexican Americans ally with African Americans. The Negro's problems are not mine, he retorted. I don't want to ally with him. 13 years later, Reverend D. Leon Everett, the lone black member of the Houston School Board, shout out to Houston, Rod Neal, A. Hardy, and the leader of the local chapter of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the NAACP, for y'all who don't know, expressed, excuse me, I had something in my damn throat. He expressed pessimism over the possibility for black-brown unity after a Mexican-American youth told him that we don't want to go to school with blacks because they are dirty. Now, let me stop right there for a minute. Now, y'all following what I'm saying here? Y'all, I'm reading this. I'm reading this. Now, mind you, and salute to Tariq Nasheed, he coined the acronym FBA, Foundational Black Americans. My ancestors helped build and shape this country, but we get these guys that come after we build shit to say, hey, y'all dirty. Y'all dirty. Word? Okay. So we dirty. You want to go to school with us? Okay, cool. Stay where you are. This is the 60s, y'all. Okay, cool. Stay where you are. Because I don't recall us fighting with them, do we? No. I don't recall any of this. All right. As a black man, I will join any group of oppressed people, he declared. Now you see, this is us. As a black man, I will join any group of oppressed people. Now you see, in my opinion, nah, Shelton, I'm just saluting him coining the phrase. That's it. But listen, as a black man, I will join any group of oppressed people. Hold on a minute. No. If I can go in a time machine and talk to that brother and just show him what's been going on, he wouldn't be singing that tune. Matter of fact, didn't Dr. Martin Luther King say, trying to end segregation was a mistake? Didn't he say that? After how many bricks were thrown upside his head? While peacefully protesting and singing "We Shall Overcome"? Turning the other cheek, asking what would Jesus do? Didn't he say, yo, this was a mistake? Didn't he say that? For the life of me, I don't understand why was we fighting. Listen, I thought this as a child, man. I mean, but think about this, and salute to Dr. King. But why on earth are you fighting for the right to be around people that don't like you, man? You see what I mean? Listen. You want me to dumb it down? Want me to dumb it down? I'll dumb it down. And everybody in the chat should be able to relate to all of this. Thank you, Mr. Shelton. Thank you, Dr. G. Exactly that. That's exactly what he said. Let me dumb it down and keep it on social media. Let me keep it on social media terms so some people can identify what I'm talking. Maybe the young, maybe there's somebody young listening to this. I'm spoken about all online for reasons I can't explain. I just let people go ahead and do it. I don't know what I did to these people. It's whatever. I don't, Stormy B-Man said, two men fighting on the corner. You don't know who the fool is. But they just fighting on the corner. Maybe it's something that person with good sense should have walked away from. You know that person, well, you don't know, but everyone on the block say, okay, that's That's the town fool. You know he got mental problems. He called you an idiot. Why you fighting? Why you going back and forth with him? So now a person that's not familiar with the neighborhood, he walks up and just sees two people fighting. You could have ignored that person. Why would I go to anyone's channel if they're doing a whole live stream about me just to talk bad about me and they don't even know me? I don't go anywhere where someone's talking about something that I have no interest in, and they're talking about a topic that I don't like, or they're having a marathon stream about a friend of mine and they don't even know my friend. And it's like, so what? Why would I go there? For what? For what? So when this brother says, as a black man, I will join any group of oppressed people. No. You gotta take care of your people first. Let the people fend, let those other people fend for themselves. Because I'm gonna tell you, Tay, salute. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Well, y'all in the chat know. Have black people been left hanging on everything we've done? Every movement we had, have we been not left hanging? After we've been assimilated like the Borg. Civil rights, oh yeah, let's hang with them. And then as soon as some movement gets what they gotta go, gets what they want, they leave us hanging. Think about what I just said. We've been by ourselves. What is this? Who's shocked that this fool said this? I'm not. And I wasn't even born when he said it. I'm reading it. I heard it in my young childhood. I heard it in my young adulthood. And now I'm online digging it up. I'm like, oh, there it is right here. I remember this. Now, let me say this. We have had some allies, There was, you've seen old pictures of Bernie Sanders marching with us, getting arrested and rolling in the street. Look it up. So salute to Bernie Sanders. He stands on business. But for the most part, we were left hanging. Don't nobody care. We've been by ourselves. So I'm looking at the I guess the Latin Americans complaining. I'm like, yo, what are y'all complaining? And what do we got to do with it? Well, we supposed to stand in the pocket now for you? We've been doing that. We've had several movements. Either y'all hung around for a little bit and went ahead and did your own thing, or y'all looked at us and, listen, Trayvon Martin, killed. You know how many Latinos I've seen online? Or people parading as Latinos? You know how it is online. You don't know. You know how many Latinos I've seen talking about, oh, well, he had a hood on. What? Philando Castile, the black man with a Latin last name, with a Latin name, got shot with a legal carry in front of his girlfriend and the baby. Do you have any idea the stuff I had to read? I expect that from some dude he's from North Dakota, a white dude taking the cop side. When I'm seeing names like Ramirez, Rodriguez, and Torres, and I'm seeing people stand in a pocket for that, I'm like, oh, wow. Wow. Exactly, Hulk mode. And if y'all missed 78, if y'all missed his live stream today, go run it back. It's a great listen. It's a great listen. It explains exactly who we are. And I ain't got time for nothing else. While we talk about what we talk about, everyone is talking about us. That's great. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many LDBC channels, I haven't seen it, talked about this, but I'm talking about it now. I put a name on the nonsense. This is nonsense. This is history right here. We've been alone. So my problem with this brother, he says, as a black man, I will join any group of oppressed people. No, you got to worry about yourself, bro. And now we see. Today, as of right now, we see. Because it's plain as day. Do y'all understand? A majority of black people did not vote for Trump. The majority of Latinos voted for Trump. It wasn't us. And somehow people are mad at us. We didn't do this. But wait a minute, why y'all mad? Because y'all have a history of not fucking with us. I'm reading it right here. Mr. Tiptoe, salute. I'm reading it right here. Tell your kids, man. And let me be clear. This dude was, look, man, he represented a movement in the 60s while we was arguing for civil rights. K-Rod, what up? While we was arguing for civil rights, this dude didn't want no smoke. He wasn't with us. And this brother saying, let me finish reading what he was saying. As a black man, I would join any group of oppressed people, he declared. But when that group employs the same form of discrimination that I have been up against all these years, I will cut them loose. Everett proved just as susceptible to the monolithic view denouncing Mexican Americans in Masse, as he too declared, let them fight their own battles, yo. You see what I mean? So when people talk about black and brown unity, do y'all understand? It really wasn't there. Y'all understand that? The rejection of interracial cooperation embodied in these mutual rebukes provides the starting point of Brian D. Benkin, an assistant professor in the Department of History and the U.S. Latino Studies program in Iowa State University. In the quarter of the century after World War II, both groups struggled for civil rights, pursuing courtroom strategies, exercising the franchise, and marching, and both achieved significant victories. Yet, unification largely eluded these groups, argues Benkin. Instead, two separate civil rights struggles occurred simultaneously. Now, please listen to this. Despite separate calls for cooperation and number of examples of interethnic alliances, African Americans and Mexican Americans ultimately fought their own battles. Benkin examines these movements both as mutually exclusive entities and in cooperation in conflict. Although devoting equal attention to both groups, he is most provocative in his discussion of Mexican Americans, responding to a scholarly tendency to study the civil rights movement as a Southern phenomenon involving only blacks and whites. Benkin focuses on Texas, a state with significant Mexican American and African American population in roughly equal numbers. Reflecting this demography, Texas maintained a dual Jim Crow system, which enforced discrimination against both populations through the hodgepodge of laws and customs, and separated both groups not only for whites but from one another. Anglos had set these groups apart for the purpose of maintaining white supremacy. Y'all peep that? I'll read it one more time. Anglos had set these groups apart for the purpose of maintaining white supremacy, to acquire power from whites, blacks, and Mexican Americans had to work against each other. You see that? To acquire power from whites, blacks, and Mexican Americans had to work against each other. Benkin proceeds from World War II to the early 1970s, examining the strategies and the tactics employed by the black and Mexican American population in their struggles, as well as the usually fleeting efforts of the two to work together. Eschewing more conventional historiography that emphasizes an abrupt shift from nonviolent protests to a more confrontational posture in the late 1960s, Benkin explores a generally neglected period of transition. Scholars have largely ignored the period between the days of nonviolence and the days of black power and brown power, he writes. Rather than one movement ending with another beginning, the evolutionary process took place. The Mexican American and African American movements evolved into something different, and black or brown power were hardly foregone conclusions. Benkin provides an examinations of various obstacles and to successful interracial correlation. One was the tendency of each group to internalize white authored stereotypes about one another. Some African Americans tend to regard Mexican Americans as foreigners who took jobs from the native born, and as competitors who took political power away from African Americans and monopolized government aid programs. A second obstacle was the my eyes are messed up. Oh my God, it's late, y'all. I need glasses. These groups to seek and support of each other without having to reciprocate. A third was racial geography. With the exception of some of the larger cities, blacks and Mexicans lived in different areas of the state. In Crystal City, site of a major Mexican American struggle, blacks comprise only 2% of the population, or less than 200 people. Benkin explains, few blacks traveled to Crystal City to join the political protests. By the same token, few Mexican Americans from South and Southwest Texas went to the cities like Dallas and Houston to take part in black-led sit-ins. Moreover, African Americans in Crystal City backed the Anglo political machine, 97 and 98. Now, here's where it gets weird. The author provides a trenchant analysis of how, from World War II to the mid-1960s, Mexican Americans attempted to pressure white Texans to recognize them as fellow whites. Shout out to Mikey Garcia. A status granted by the 1848 Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, but one which whites ignored. Mexican Americans focus on whiteness, ultimately damaging their relations with African Americans. By arguing for whiteness, Mexican Americans attempted to destroy Jim Crow as it applied to Mexican origin people. Since blacks battled to end segregation altogether, Mexican Americans' white racial formation ran counter to African American aims. See that? Rather than trying to destroy an inherently unjust social order, Mexican American civic groups sought to include Mexican Americans on the white side of Jim Crow. See that? Not surprisingly, many black Texans simmered with resentment. Some blacks interpreted white racial formation negatively. They saw it as proof that Mexican Americans, like racist Anglos, opposed the black movement. This made Mexican Americans adversaries of black civil rights. Y'all getting all this? Smoke and talk. Salute. Pinball. Salute. Y'all getting all this? Y'all see this? Now, I'm gonna stop right there. Just for a second. This is history. It's in the books. And being that this was in the 60s and everything else, we moved on. We're like, all right, this is just another, nobody likes us. Do we understand that? Nobody likes it. If you're black, the darker your skin is, nobody likes us, man. We're not liked. They think the worst of us. For those of you that are not here from my boxing channel, I think the only thing worse than being black in the sport of boxing is being black and Cuban. What the hell? King Kong Ortiz did him dirty. Guillermo Rigondeaux did him dirty. Need me to go on? It's ridiculous. Come on now. Newsflash, it's no different in the UK. You're black, you get looked at funky depending on where you are. I know what goes on over there. I have people over there. See what I mean? Y'all know what's going on with colorism in the Dominican Republic? What they were doing to Haitians? Are you kidding me? There's a whole black town in Mexico, y'all. I'm talking black people with afros that are Mexican. They are ostracized. Pick a continent. Colorism in Brazil. Pick a continent. If there are black people way up there in Alaska somewhere, they're not liked. Pick a continent. Pick a country. There's a dude I used to work with. I thought he was like some kind of Spanish, but then I'm listening to him talk on the phone. He was Sicilian. He spoke Italian. And I was just intrigued. I said, hey man, what's it like being that way over there? And he just shook his head like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go back home. This is my home now. Pick a country. That's crazy, Jose. That's crazy. You see what I mean? Yeah, that's crazy, brother. That's crazy. Shogun, yeah, I know there's black Japanese people. I've seen them. They right here on YouTube, talking about their experience. They're usually military babies. Dad laid pipe to somebody in Japan, spit out a baby. And now you got a sister running around with the slant eyes. And she red bone, but she black. And she speaks full Japanese. You know how bad the sisters got it over there? Dudes want to sleep with her because it's exotic. Same thing when black men go to these Asian countries. They hear about us. Some of them don't want to marry us. They just want that experience. Exactly, Akana. Look what the Ukraine was doing, kicking black folks off the trains. That's why when that happened over there, I mind my business. I say, okay, well, who am I to get involved in a white man's war? I'm minding my business. I'm over here. Ain't no bombs falling on me. Why isn't Smoking Talking that super chat? Much love. He said, what's up, y'all? Be more in the building. Shout out to Drew Titan. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to you, good brother. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much. Why won't they let Mr. Shelton put this comment in? Okay. Documentation beats conversation, brother. Unreal with this place, man. It's crazy. These guys, man. Cooking with the champs. Salute. Yeah, man. And look, man, this ain't hate. I just read everything I read to you. This happened, y'all. This happened. Martin Luther King figured it out. He figured it out. He's like, oops. Basically, that's what he said. Oops. I have a dream that one day little black boys and little black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls. And thank God Almighty, free at last, free at last. Look, it sounds good, man. But ever since I was a kid and I was taught what this crap was, I always ask, see, kids think logically. Kids have no filter. A child will walk up to you and be like, yo, man, why your nose so big? 5 years old, don't mean nothing by it. You have to teach your kids to have a filter and be sensitive to people, right? That's a learned behavior. But kids have no filter. You ever had like a kid. You ever been on the elevator with your kid? Your kid's like maybe 3, and somebody gets on the elevator or walks into a restaurant with an obvious deformity. He might be obese, might have like a mole on his face or something. Now as an adult, you're like, don't stare. And you look down at your kid's just looking at it like, what the? They know it's not normal, right? So when I started to learn about this, I was like, yo. I went to my mother, I said, listen, I know we celebrate, Sam Max, salute. I know we celebrate Dr. King and he was trying to do a noble thing. Exactly, Mr. Shelton. MLK meant well. But a few bricks to the head, he was like, nope. This ain't gonna work, man. And everybody's following behind him, and he's, walking in the path of Christ, and I understand. And I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm just saying, I have a little trouble sometimes. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't be back there. I'm not gonna be marching to support, and then some crackers throwing beer bottles at me. I'm gonna pick a bottle up and throw it back. That's just me. And we just have to fight about it. Because the bottom line is, ancestors, I didn't ask to be here. I really didn't. My ancestors was on the continent somewhere in the Togo minding their own goddamn business, and here they come. Drag us over here, we help build this country. Then you want to put the natives on plantations. Then we had to fight to abolish slavery. We had to fight for the right to be a whole human instead of 3/4. And while we're doing all this fighting, here come the others tagging on to what we're doing. But then this dude, these Mexican dude that with his unit, with his people, the LU, LAU, whatever that is, they said, you know what, let the Negroes fight their own battles. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fight for the right to be called white. Hence Mikey Garcia. Village Brothers salute. Mikey Garcia. When I saw that paperwork, I was just looking to see how bad Errol beat him up. And I'm like, wait a minute, ethnicity. Why does it say white? And then people caught on to it. Remember, it was all over the internet. Why does it say white? My God. Yeah, Cooking with the Champ, man. He started to see it. He started to see it. He really started to see it. So when I went to my parents and I said, look, this don't make sense. Jill James, Bronx on deck. Snoop, what up if I missed you? Look, when I went to my parents and I said, look, I get it, Martin Luther King, and I understand that. But, listen, these white folks don't like us. Why did he spend a majority of his life trying to bridge the gap and make peace with people that don't like you? Let me break it down one more time before I get to my other point. I don't go anywhere on YouTube when they're talking about something that I don't know. I mean, that I don't care about, or that and especially if it's disrespectful to people that I know personally. Y'all know how I run my channel. I don't tolerate any DHP disrespect. I don't tolerate any Deontay Wilder disrespect. Those are my friends, like in real life. In real life, I know those people. Y'all heard Deontay on 78 this morning. These are my friends. I don't tolerate any blue blood disrespect. He is my friend. There's been times I've called him on the phone. We don't talk anything about YouTube or boxing. We just chopping it up. That's my friend. So I don't tolerate in anybody that I consider a friend. I don't let anybody come talk crazy, whether you're a content creator or not. Nobody could come into the chat right now and say a damn thing about Mr. Shelton, because they're getting blocked. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Get out of here. Done. Yeah, 88. If you could find the doctor report from after he lost to Errol Spence, I was just looking to see if he had a broken rib or whatever was going on. And I looked at the ethnicity and it said white. And I said, was that a mistake? And people were getting on him about that. Like, what do you mean you're white? But then there was a lot of Latinos talking about, no, we are white. No, you're not. Mikey Garcia is damn near my complexion. He's not white. He's not white. That's it. Anybody in the LDBC, I don't tolerate no slick talk about any one of my family. Because I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm blocking you and you're done. You can't come here talking crazy about Rachel and Nonito. I'm blocking you, you're done. You're done. Young Hollywood, salute. So when I went to my parents and I said, look, why are we trying to be friends with people that clearly don't like us because of the color of skin? There's no, you can't fix the programming. When you are raised from a young age to hate someone because of the color of their skin, and you've been fed a steady diet of nonsense, and a lot of these people, the Ku Klux Klan, they use the Bible to justify everything that they do. So when you think you walk in the path of righteousness by way of Jesus Christ, and your interpretation is we're lesser than you, you can't deprogram that. So here's how you handle it. You want segregation? Cool. Stay away from me. But watch this, y'all. When we did do that, we had our own towns, our own barter system, whatever we had going on. And what happened? They dropped bombs on us. They burnt our towns to the ground. That's hatred. And a lot of this was after that. Martin Luther King came after that. He knew about that Black Wall Street. He knew about that stuff. Why you want to shake hands with these people? So when I went to my parents and I said, none of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. That's what my mama said. Sit down. I'm going to teach you about Malcolm X. She didn't force it on me. I started asking questions. And that's when I learned about Malcolm X. And I said, this is my style. But you know what pissed me off about that? How the story ended. Now, I'm 10 years old listening to this. About 8 years old, actually. It's like 83. Yeah. And I said, well, that's great. Yeah, oh, yeah, this is awesome. What happened to him? Dead. What happened? Shot. Where? Hammerstein. No, not the Hammerstein. What am I talking about? The goddamn ballroom. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I said, well, why'd they do that? Well, you see, we got another problem. And then the conversation, we started talking about problems in the community. Wash, rinse, repeat. If you miss 78's live from this morning, go watch it. Go listen to it. Go listen to it. Why do you think they come for my brother like that? Why do you think they always making up lies about him? Oh, man, they're paying dues. 78 robbing him. That man's not rich. Not off of us. It's the Lions Den boxing community, the Lions Den broadcast community. We have people of all race, cultures, and creeds with us. It's created by a black man, but it's not exclusive to black people. You're welcome. But here we are doing something great, not good, great. And the biggest mouths talking down on what that man has created is who? Who? You put 78 Sports TV's name in the search bar, who's talking about him? It's all black people. Whether they're British or American or they have some weird accent, majority of them is black people. Wash, rinse, repeat. That's what I'm saying. But getting back to this, MLK knew that he made a mistake, and I firmly believe he was gonna get loud about it, and then he was murdered. He was murdered. And if y'all don't know, how many of y'all, because Trump said, yo, I'm releasing you can now see who really killed JFK and what it really happened with Malcolm X. Y'all know about it? Turns out, let me just say allegedly. Allegedly, Kennedy was blasted by the dude driving the car. Allegedly. Anthony, what up? Allegedly. Allegedly, MLK wasn't deleted on the scene. Allegedly, he was still alive, brought to the hospital, and he was suffocated. Allegedly. But what am I talking about? I don't know. Strange. Strange, right? Black people, we ain't got no time to be fighting amongst each other. We've been in the fight of our lives. No matter what we do, no matter what was done to us, from systematic racism. Exactly, Mr. Shelton, that's what they did. He was alive. You know, we survived slavery, you know, and I know the Jewish community, you know, Hitler is an animal. Hitler is an animal. He's a demon. I hope right now he's burning eternally in hell. The Hitler ain't had nothing on King Leopold II. Just look it up. Maybe I'll do a pep talk about him. Hitler? Yeah, all right. King Leopold, hold my beer. Hold my beer. Just Google it. D, what up? And by the way, when Nazi Germany fell, I heard a lot of Nazis ran over to Argentina. I heard a lot of Nazis, they seek refuge in Argentina and they stayed there. But you ain't hear that from me. You understand? Oh, I know, Mr. Shelton. I know. But we got to get over everything. Slavery, get over it. I dare you to tell one of those 24-karat people to get over the Holocaust. I dare you. You will be canceled. You won't even be online and you'll be canceled. You'll be like, hey, I'm going to start a YouTube. You're like, why can't I log in? Exactly. They got your ass. You just didn't know it. Village brother in that super chat, much love. He said, nah, Drew, not strange, just strange fruit. You ain't lying, good brother. Andrew 100, salute. You ain't lying, brother. He says Winston Churchill was arguable worse than Hitler. He hate Indians that way. Hitler hate the Jews. Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of demons historically. Had a lot of demons. A lot of demons. I just find it strange that they, you know, Sid, what up? How many times you heard about King Leopold? You know when I heard about him? I was walking down old 125th Street, and there was a brother selling books, and we got to talking. There used to be something called, it was right across the street from the Apollo, called Mart 125. That's where a lot of people sold their personal goods. It was a place where people could, you know, if you had your own brand, you go in there and sell your stuff. There was a brother that used to sell like 3/4 jackets and stuff. It was real dope. And I was mad when they closed up the Mart. They sold, Africans would be in there selling jewelry. It was very nice. And there was always brothers out there selling books and stuff. And me and this brother got to talking, and he told me about King Leopold. And I said, I can't believe this person is, what? What? That's wild. I didn't know about that. Oh, Shelton, I thought about doing a piece on Gandhi, but I don't think I could put it on YouTube because I would get so much hate for that. I think I'll do it on Patreon though. Gandhi didn't fuck with black people at all, if y'all didn't know that. All of that peaceful shit. Remember there was a Gandhi movie in like 81, 82 or something? Man, please. There was an African dude in my building, my old building. I don't know what happened, but we was talking about the movie on because back then there was like no cable. You only had HBO and WHT, and the Gandhi movie was on it. And that African brother, I don't know what part of Africa he's from, he sucked his teeth so loud. And then he started talking about, nah, man, Gandhi did not like, he would not like you. He would not like you. He did not like me. not like black people. He wanted to unite the Middle East. He made it one Middle East. He didn't want separate spots like India and Pakistan. He wanted one Middle East. And I think they shot him, and he cut that artery in his thigh and his leg, and he bled out. But you let history tell it, this is a man of peace. Dawson, man of peace, right? He ain't like black people. Like I said, y'all, look, I'm cool with that. I know I'm hated. I'm cool. I used to want to travel the world when I was younger. I said, man, once I found out how ugly this world is, I said, Jesus Christ. At least in America, I know how to move and shake. What I'm going to do if I'm in Japan and some wild-ass ninjas start running around throwing shurikens at me? I'm getting chased up the block by shinobi. How am I going to handle that? If I defend myself and knock some of those little dudes out, then I'm in jail. Now what? Deport me. I'll never come back. I'm good. Boxing fan times 4. Salute. He said, them jujus is a powerful army. Bro, let me tell you something. If we had, Khalid, what up, brother? If we had if we were in sync like them, we'd be so powerful. But we're so out of whack. I mean, they did a number on us. Systematic racism. The latest flex of the old flex was turning the black woman against us. Just Sparks, salute. You know, told the sisters they could do it by themselves. They don't need no man. You see what we're dealing with right now. You know, so we got done dirty, man. We got done real dirty, man. Calvin Moore, salute to you in that Cash App. Much love and appreciation, my brother. He said, finally got alive, man. Salute to you, good brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is some serious stuff I'm talking about here. And actually, 88 Sports is King Leopold II. You can Google him. I think this dude literally would beat your hands off if you got out of line. Not cut them off, beat them off. Pause. Google him. I'm dead serious. Boston Fan Times 4, he said, didn't Gandhi used to lay with kids to show he can contain himself from chest activities? What the F? I don't, dude, you know what? You know what I'll say? I don't know, but I'm saying I can't deny or confirm because, let's just say us here being Americans, we know the difference in right and wrong. At least I hope we do. But people from, I'm just going to say this, people from that part of the world, they see things very different. You know what I mean? It's like you don't drink milk unless it's super cold and it'll smell like lemons when you take the cap off. And God forbid you're lactose intolerant, you know, but you drink the milk under proper circumstances. Do you know certain countries, they will sit the milk on the windowsill and wait for it to get all spoiled and then they drink it? But their stomach could take that stuff. Not me. I rock my brother in that super chat. He said Gandhi hated blacks more than the triple Ks. I heard that. And that African brother that used to live in my mom's building, he went off on that elevator. Not on us, but he went off because he was educated about Gandhi, man. Look. The British Empire killed 100 million Indians during 40 years of colonialism. Indians suffered 200 years of oppression by the British. Meanwhile, black people are the enemy. You see what I mean? Now, Andrew 100, I think you in the UK, right, brother? What did black people do? The British Empire, 100 million Indians. And 40 years ago, were there any black people pulling the, maybe there were black people in the army, but not the majority. You know, I mean, tell me, educate me. No black man called for that. Guarantee from the UK, I guarantee you That was a white man with that funny hair that they wear when they're in court. Sidebar, bro. Here's why I will never get in trouble in the UK. D-Man, what up, brother? Because if I gotta go sit in that court and look at that shit on their head, bro, I'll be snickering the whole time. I know that. I know when they drop that hammer on me, it won't be funny. But I'll be, yo, come on. Why y'all wearing that on y'all head? Is that what they do? Is that like a part of their uniform? They wear that white wig on their head? Y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm like, yo, what is that? Funny as hell. Whoa. Boxer fan times 4 back in that super chat. He says supposedly he would sleep with them, then tell the people, see, I sleep with the child. I didn't touch the child. Oh my gosh, bro. I can't deny or confirm any of this. Oh boy. Oh boy. I hope that's not true. King Leopold completely ravaged and destroyed the Congo. Yep. Melanin, salute, Queen. Shawa in the building, salute. She said that wig is in reference to the black heroes that were the royals and leaders. Wow. D says it's true. Holy cow. Mr. Shelton says some African countries did that ish too. You know what's unique though? War, unfortunately, is a part of mankind. And while black people were on the continent, there were people that said, okay, you know what, we're gonna take over that village because we just want to do it, or we need what they got, you know. So that was happening. But what we got to be careful of is we don't let white people say, oh, well, y'all owned slaves before we got there. Slavery was a means of paying off a debt in a lot of cases. And sometimes just because you was a slave didn't mean you was treated bad. It was simply working off your debt. These white folk came, they came to the continent and it became a big thing. Village Brother said it's true. Holy cow. Dritch says they wear wigs in Canada too. I can't, y'all. I can't. Those wigs was incredible. I saw that on TV. I said, yo, how's no one laughing at this? How's no one laughing at this? I'd be in jail. They'd be like, what are you laughing at? Like, yo, your fucking head. Get that shit off your head. Get it off your head, man. Willie Lynch letter in the making of a slave. I'm going to do a show about this. But again, I'm going to do it on Patreon. I can go live on Patreon. And now's as good a time as any. Now a word from our sponsors. I appreciate the support. For more unedited content, follow me on Patreon, Drew Titan, LLC. You gotta do better, family. So, basically what I'm saying is, yeah, Andrew. Yeah, I'm talking about the colonial wigs. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, D, you read that? The Willie Lynch letter? Bro, it's ridiculous, man. Some of this stuff. Anybody been to the Slave Museum? haven't been yet. I saw pictures and I know people that have gone, and it's Village Brother, you been there? Sharba says she been to Alabama. The one in DC. How did you feel when you saw those damn statues? Showed the statue of the woman on her knees crying. How did you feel when bro? I saw a picture because I know someone that went. I know a few people that went and they took pictures. They said, "Look at this." I'm like, They have a Black Holocaust Museum in Milwaukee. Man. Now the reason why I'm talking about all of this, family, is because oh, you talking about the wigs? Oh, okay. We went through all of this historically just for some racist, because this is what this dude was, some racist Mexican to say this. This is what he said. Felix Tejerina. Let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I don't want to ally with him. Okay? Cool. I know, Village Brother. That's why I've been standoffish on going. I'm not even going to hold you, bro. Because the pictures I've seen, and it's educational, but listen, I can get triggered off of things like that. I don't do racism well. You know what I do worse? I don't do self-hate and nigga tactics. I don't do that well at all, bro. I get enraged. When I see black people moving a certain way, I get enraged. That's why on social media, I don't beef. Because I'm like, yo, what is wrong with dude? I don't know, homie. Okay, let me leave him alone. Let me leave him alone because I didn't do anything to him. You know how much jealousy we deal with? And it's like, wait a minute, what is this dude's problem? We were just cool. What is this? All right, bro. All right. Oh, I'll send it to you right now, Mr. Shelton. I'll send it to you right now. And let me put the link to what I was reading in the description so y'all can have it. Because this person was doing, he wrote about it. I'm going to put it right here. Paste. And there you go. That is, I'm going to put it in the description. On both channels, I put the link in the description so y'all can read that at your leisure. It's very, very informative. It's very, 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 very important, man. Knowledge of self, man. I'm telling you. It's very important. You know, when I see all this stuff on social media, and then you read the Willie Lynch letter, brother, there's a lot of things that I knew about growing up, and I don't like arguing with black people. I really don't. When you see me talk about certain black people, I'm calling them out because they need to do better. We're destined for greatness, and although I would like to put some of these cats on a high standard, it's so difficult to, because they're used to who they raised by. And this is the domino effect. Let's work it backwards. A lot of these kids are raised by who? Single mothers. They have no control over their emotions. That's why you got these kids Chris Browning it and punching girls in the face over something they said. What happened to walking away? No, you beefing like your mom. You sound like your mom. You sound like your mom. Your mannerisms is like your mom. Your head doing all of this. It's like, well, where's his father? And then mom will say, well, he ain't shit like his dad. Drew, what are you talking about? Did we not hear Bud Crawford's mom do that to him? That's why Bud is the way he is. He has a chip on his shoulder. And through all of that turmoil, he still represents his mother. His mother was dancing in the ring with him when he beat Errol. I saw it. I was there. Oh, what's that? What shower got? What you got, Queen? What you got there? There you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the link. That's the link. Yes. Yes, ma'am. And then you're like, why there's so many destroyed households? And I tell you, go all the way back to what, 65? Go back to 1965. They got to our women, made the women flip on us. Decades later, we have this mess. Even online, we got a mess. It's a mess. Listen, man, when I started this channel, I said what I had to say. I pointed out fault in the women. I pointed out fault in these damn dudes. I'm over that. Y'all notice I don't talk about that shit no more, right? You know why? Nothing's changed. I said what I had to say. I'm over it. Kevin Samuels was on point. He said what he had to say. Drip, what up, Drip? Yeah, bro, it is. The brother said what he had to say. Everyone said, oh, you're a woman hater. You're gay. You hate your mama. No. He wanted the black family to come back, but there were certain things he needed to do. The truth of the matter is the sisters decided to have Uncle Sam in the house over the black man, kick the black man out. And now today you got these Gen Z kids. You know what I read today? Let me read this. I think I'm gonna do a show about this. News. Companies are firing Gen Z graduates months after hiring them, citing unprofessional behavior, showing up late, and laziness, studies show. So they're coming in with funny color hair. You know, they call out of work because they got a hanging fingernail, like a hangnail. Oh, no doubt, brother. No doubt. It's all good, brother. You know you got my number. You know what I'm saying? They're lazy. You know, you have a boss. Your boss tell you do something, that's what you signed up for. These kids got comfort animals like Jared Anderson. Did y'all see the video of the girl sitting down on the floor? Rashad, what up? Sitting down on the floor in the supermarket, and the employee was like, yo, you can't sit here. She said, my comfort dog stopped walking, which means he wants me to sit down, so I'm not moving until he moves. This is an able-minded woman. And now we have these weirdos on the floor of Congress. On the floor of Congress, men wearing wigs and everything else. Mad at us for saying, you're a dude. You're a dude. Listen, man, we don't care if you're gay. But no, you will not teach your lifestyle to my freaking 8-year-old. He don't need to be hearing about what you do. He needs to be a kid. What? Why are you forcing this on? What are you talking about? You got men being women and women being men. Women are twerking for hits and clicks and views just to buy the latest car or house. Meanwhile, a majority of them are single mothers. You see how messed up we are? Now, what does this have to do with what I'm talking about here? It adds to the dysfunction. Because in this very moment, like I just said, like Andrew 100 just said, the Brits went to India and did all kinds of weird shit. Meanwhile, the Indians don't like black people. What the hell do we have to do with that? (1960s) Civil rights. This guy, Felix Tejadino, whatever the hell his name is. Let the black man fight his own battles. We don't want to ally with him. While we was fighting for civil rights, they were fighting for the right to become white. They never wanted to rock with us until we generated compliance through civil rights. And then that's when everyone came. The brown people came. The Asian people came. The gays came. Oh, yeah, civil rights, civil rights. We should have called it black rights. That's what we should have called it. And lock their ass out. Do your own thing. You ain't want to ally with us. You know what they wanted to be? On the winning team. You know, like how women will tell you no and then try and spin the block 4 years later when you make something of yourself? Oh, I'm ready now. Yeah, all right. 50 pounds heavier. And who that kid? No, you're not ready. You ain't got to spin the block. Every movement that black people had, nobody supported us but black people. And then we generated compliance, then here these mofos come. That's the truth. We've been alone. So I don't know what this Mexican dude's talking about. First of all, you're American and you're legal. What the hell do you care about Guadalupe that's been here for 3 years, but he ain't got no green card? What's his problem? Whole time he was here, he should have been working to get that done. You should have been helping him. Guadalupe, hey man, look. You know how long this is gonna last? But you gotta get yourself a green card, man. Familia, right? You should have been doing that. Oh, Andrew, I heard that, bro. I heard the segregation is just as bad over there. I heard that. That's crazy. Man, here's the bottom line, y'all. We are not liked. I'm cool with that. I grew up in that. We're used to that. I told y'all there's a black town in Mexico. Don't nobody fuck with them. They're frozen out. There's black Brazilians, black Dominicans. And Dominicans don't like the Haitians. It's the same island split in half. We're used to not being like, you know what happens? We're so used to it, our skin is thick. We're so used to it that we just move. We're like, okay, well, all right. We just gonna move like how we've been moving. Oh man, she racist. I know. Yo, he racist. I know. You're the boss racist. I know. Well, how could you been doing it? This ain't the 1960s. If I just do this and do this and do that, the only thing that can happen is if a cop blow my head off, which can happen. Outside of that, come on, man. This is the norm for us. So let me be clear. This is wash, rinse, repeat. All of you got your nigga wake-up call. There you go. Welcome to being black. You're crying? Stop crying. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. I'm good. Been followed around in stores. I told y'all the story. Followed around in the store. A little Korean lady when I was a kid. It was normalized. Literally 30 years later, now I'm in there with my children. And now the same lady, now I'm a hell of a lot taller than her. Now she got a little hunchback. And I said, that's the same lady, hair all white. I said, I can't believe I'm in here. I've never stolen from her. But my white friend stole from her. We're buying quarter waters and Charlie Chan's and lemon heads. You know, remember the school snacks? Part of the reason why we got diabetes and stuff now. Chico sticks, beef jerky and all that stuff. We're buying the stuff. And my white friends, they're stealing whole crates of Tropicana juice. They got her every morning. And she following us, the black and brown, around her store. 35 years later, I'm walking through the store and I see her. I'm like, why is she following? I say, oh, wait, hold on. You see, I've been conditioned because I've been coming here all this time. Well, I haven't been there in years. I had to tell homie, I said, yo. He said, oh yeah, that's grandma or auntie. I don't remember. But me and him were the same age because when I used to go there before school, I didn't see him. After school, he would come from, he didn't go to school with us. He'd be in the back of the cash register doing his homework, and I used to wave to him. Now we all grown. Now he's behind the cashier. And I'm like, yo, grandma bugging out. She been following me since we was little. Like 4th or 5th grade. I'm grown. These are my children. She's still following me. I wasn't dressed like this. I had on a polo shirt, khakis. So what the fuck? I said, oh my God. And I put the product I had, told the kids, put it down, put it down, put it down. I said, where we go? No, we're going somewhere else. I said, bro, that's ridiculous. And you know what he said? I know, man. I know. You ain't gotta go there. For what? And as a kid, you just thought that that's how it was. Never stole from her. If I got caught stealing from anywhere, I was worried about what my parents would do to me. Never got caught stealing. Never stole, never had to. Never had to. But my white friends was robbing her blind every morning. And she's following us around the store, and we get to the front of the store. We buy little, drop a dollar, take you far back then. I mean, we're talking, this was 1985, 86. Dollar take you far. Exactly, Drip. You go where you want it. I put all that shit down there. And I had like about maybe, inflation. I had like $10 worth of stuff there. I said, no, put that down. I said, bro, I'm not doing this. He said, I know, bro. I know. Never knew homie's name either. They since sold the place. Now some Middle Eastern dudes own it now. They got out the business, but I ain't fucking with her. I had to like snap out of it. I said, whoa. I said, wait a minute. We about to, no. This ain't 1986. No, we out. Put the stuff down. We went somewhere else. We used to that, y'all. Don't make another goddamn TikTok video about black people not supporting you. Look, welcome, exactly. Everyone wants to be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga. Paul Mooney. Thank you, Village Brother. Exactly. Y'all deal with it. We never required your help. We put it out there. We'll ride with any ethnicity that's going through a similar struggle. We're here. We'll ride with you. But in this instance, this dude Felix, it wasn't reciprocated. So you do you. And what I'm saying is, y'all have a history of doing this shit to us. Just read it to you. Click the link at the top. Bookmark it. Educate yourself. This isn't new. But don't worry, man. Y'all don't need us for nothing. Y'all got it. Y'all stubbed y'all toe on this one. Latinos for Trump. The Proud Boys. Remember that? Y'all did it. Not me. We all right. So cry me a river. Cry me a river. But I'm going to do a stream on the Willie Lynch letter. I'm going to take it over to Patreon. Y'all go follow me on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I would prefer all my members to migrate over to Patreon. It's only $5 a month. You know what I'm saying? And you get it raw and uncut over there. I can F-bomb. I can play the music I want. You know what I mean? We're not putting the shackles by YouTube. And they don't appreciate y'all money anyway. Anything y'all donate to me over here, they take 30 cents off every dollar, y'all. Just letting y'all know that. These cats is criminals. So let me get out of here. I'll do some push-ups or something. Just get on my nerves, man. But, man, salute to y'all. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, the Super Chat. And all we got is us, man. Like the video, share the video. Share the video. There's a little arrow pointing to the right. You press that. Something that says post comes up. You press that and just type a little note that says Drew Titan or Drew's outside, whatever it is. We are our own algorithm. We are our own algorithm. Subscribe to the Patreon. I appreciate the support. For more unedited content, follow me on Patreon, Drew Titan, LLC. I'll be back talking that boxing in the morning, man. Much love to y'all.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.